always pay attention to you, Tate.
You two started groping each other. And after all, what's a little simulated sex between friends, huh?
I will take it off for you. Don't you dare. You take it off. No, you.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives Homies channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. When Channel walks into the body and soul offices to discuss the script with Leo, she finds Alex seated. She responds that he done a number on her when he inquires about her back. After sharing a kiss, he tosses her onto the desk. As soon as he enters, Johnny shouts, "You cheating bitch!" Then he awakens on the home sofa from his nightmare. Subsequently, Johnny calls Channel, who says she's texting Felicity regarding the bakery. He didn't go to bed last night, she observes. He says he passed off on the couch because he was so busy blocking sequences for today. "How's her back?" he asks. Although it's stiff, she says it feels a lot better. She's in shock that lacing her shoe caused her to lose her footing. Johnny has a flashback where he sees Alex in a hospital bed, making love to someone. Johnny asks if she would want to take a car ride to the set. Channel reveals that Kate decided to wait until tomorrow for her scenes because she wants to ensure that her back heals completely. He remarks that he supposes he has more time to get ready before putting Alex and her to bed. She queries him on his comfort level and his assurance that he won't become envious once more. He says he isn't. Channel makes the decision to stop by the bakery and inquires as to if he needs anything from her. To surprise him, he says. She kisses him and takes off. Steve delivers Kayla some coffee at the hospital. He brings up Mark, and he is aware of her admiration for him, but he also knows that Mark falsified the DNA test findings. He informs her that he had the DNA test redone by Dr. Green. Kayla tells him that this is something they discussed and that it is against Abigail's rights. He claims he did not test Abigail, but he did provide Mark samples and identified them as coming from Thomas and Abigail. Dr. Green claims that she is his mother. He wonders what other conclusion there is, to which Kayla responds that they shouldn't draw hasty judgments. Since Mark stated that Jack and Abigail's original samples are still in the lab, he claims there is a single way to demonstrate that Mark staged the test. Kayla claims she can take the tests again on her own. Mark is talking to Clyde on the phone in Horton Square. He claims he hasn't yet departed for Paris and that he is aware that he must kill Chad. Mark queries what would happen if he failed or was discovered. Clyde advises him to keep this plan a secret from his sister and to avoid getting caught. He informs Clyde that he will release their mother if the widow Demera gives him the money. "Am I right?" "Sure. Why wouldn't I trust you?" scoffs Mark. After Mark hangs off the phone, Felicity appears. She and Mark need to talk about something. If it's about Abigail, she queries. Why would she want to talk about her? Mark wonders. Seeking Channel, Johnny shows up and inquires as to whether they have seen her. Felicity claims not to have. Johnny leaves, thinking they must have misread one other's cues. Felicity is asked by Mark why she brought up Abigail. Felicity thinks she feels like her mother. Mark adds he notices the same thing in her demeanor. He adds that he needs to handle some business that involves Mom and Dad's estate while they are abroad. Felicity claims to be missing them. Mark claims that he does as well and that he won't stay long. She's responsible for Aaron when he is away. Giving her a hug, he declares his love for her and that he would do everything for her and their family. Alex and Stephanie wake up in each other's arms in bed. "So much for that not happening again," remarks Alex. He discovers Stephanie's bra on his bed when she searches for it. She's frustrated as she searches for her bracelet. She seems a touch jittery. According to Alex, Stephanie claims that this was an error and that they should move on from it. She bolts from his room. After getting dressed, Stephanie discovers Alex enjoying coffee in his robe in the kitchen. She says she has to go check in with Paulina and Body and Soul. She opens the door as she prepares to go and finds Channel waiting for her. Channel sneers at the group. Channel asks Alex since when he and Stephanie are a couple as Stephanie hastily leaves. He claims that it just so happened and that their friendship is merely for the odd favor. According to Channel, everything he does in his private life is business. Upon receiving her text earlier, he inquires as to why she felt the need to talk. Johnny's birthday is the next week, and Channel says she needs his assistance to plan a surprise party for him. She doesn't trust anyone at the mansion to keep Johnny in the dark about her desire to have it on the set. That Johnny still feels uncomfortable leading them, so she wanted to give him the impression that the set is a welcoming environment. As she leaves, she stops at his open door and tells him to keep this to himself as her husband is clueless. A suspicious Johnny appears around the corner after she leaves, and Alex shuts the door. Channel finds Channel, who is now by herself, back in Horton Square. She tells Felicity about Johnny's surprise birthday celebration and asks for her assistance making the cake. Felicity informs her that Johnny was merely in town to look for her. In the body and soul office, Johnny arrives and Stephanie shows him the promotional posters of Alex and Channel from the photo shoot. Johnny tears up the poster as Stephanie departs to make some calls. In Paris, Abigail looks at a Chad and the real Abigail's wedding photo and cries. She can't believe she's doing this to Chad and calls the real Abigail a lucky lady. Chad arrives having gotten Abby a bouquet for their wedding day. He says they are her favorite flowers, or used to be. He asks why she's crying. Abigail says she's just feeling a lot today, and she was looking at their wedding photo and how happy they were. Chad says they'll be that happy again. Abby wants that, but blurts out, "I'm not her." Chad asks what she means. Abigail covers and says she has a different face, and she doesn't have the memories that woman in the photo did. She's a different woman. Chad says he's changed too, and all that matters to him is that she's Abigail. Also, he says she remembered she loves him, which is the most important memory of all. Chad asks if she's having second thoughts. Abigail insists she wants to marry him, and that she's just feeling a lot of emotions. Chad says Holly is on her way back, and the efficient is on the way, so in a few hours she'll be his wife. Just then Chad sees Steve calling him. Chad decides to ignore Steve and his negativity. Abigail asks what he means. Chad explains he called last night and still has concerns about her, but they are getting married, and he can't change that. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.